autism's working past. The next 1,000 chapters in psychology, building on the work of Temple Grandin, by Rich Shull. In the early 1990s I was diagnosed autistic in Bloomington, Indiana. I was 35, and then I was hailed as the next Temple Grandin. Autism is all about the lack of eye contact. While contemporary autism sees that as a defect, old working autism knows that the lack of eye contact signals our thoughts in action. While our eyes are off, yes, totally off, our brains play through the optic nerve. Picture thoughts, the same ones Temple Grandin talks about. You would relate to them best as daydreams for lack of better words, but figured out they are the building block thoughts of the human mind, and totally figured out they are Einstein. Psychology and very few autistic people know and realize their optic vision is off, and our brains substitute a picture thought in the place of optic vision. The brain-generated vision often resembles normal vision so closely that autistic people never realize they have been tricked by their own brain. This key point of an invisible thought process, signaled by the lack of eye contact, is the key to man's mind he has been searching for centuries now. If science could hook monitors to our brain and watch the thousands upon hundreds of photo thoughts build, compile, and get translated to words, speech, and action, the internal thoughts of the mind would be exposed, shortcutted, and figured out they are what you know as normal thoughts. The autism version in picture thoughts is the longhand version of human thought. Every human has the Einstein potential in their makeup. However, it's hardly ever tapped. If you think you don't think in pictures, have you ever been going along in a conversation, then stopped cold as your mind's eye displays a picture of Uncle Joe? You then are forced to say, I can picture him, but can't place the name. You either figure out who it is, or bluff your way along as your normal optic vision resumes. That same Uncle Joe type of mind's eye picture is the essence of autism, and probably the building blocks of the mind. This is where Temple Grandin thinks in pictures. Autism, like I have figured out, explains all of those Grandin thoughts and adds several more layers and shortcuts to hers. And the resulting thoughts yield normal thoughts just like you use. If I'm right, not only is this internal thought process autism in Einstein, it is also the answered question as to how the mind works. None of this has been in a textbook before. Psychology doesn't even know man can think like this. That is, since the thoughts we know and love as normal are the very shortcut thoughts that make us normal to start with. Even the very best of psychology can't have discovered what it has never known about. When all of these internal thoughts are known about and figured out, they naturally yield common everyday normal thoughts. All told, they explain every single detail of the mind. Everything psychology, from stuttering to dyslexia to serial killers to Einstein, speech, personality issues to savants and even learning disabilities, now has an explanation that fits, providing psychology and autism ever see fit to admit to us. We will be delighted to share the results of our double-blind autism experience. Yes, there are more like me, and autism jumps through hoops to keep us hidden.